Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So the blessings of the community continue. Today we had to drive into Wigan. There were more things we wanted to collect on the way to contribute to the food bank, donations from yourselves. So we had two more donations last night, which took the total up to 345. So, as I said yesterday, I intended on buying some pot noodles, some ramen noodles today. So we headed off to Wigan to do that. So along the way was one of the initiatives that we already discussed and said we'd like to donate £100 to enable people to get some Christmas shopping should they need them. So we went in there and made a donation from yourselves, and it was £100 to the community grocers in Wigan. The manager who runs it, Ollie, was very, very busy. A lot of people coming and going. We had to wait till there was some time for him at the counter in order to receive the donation and to do a very, very short film. So I have that following next, but it was so quick and such a short recording because the food initiative is really, really busy this time of year, as you can appreciate. So it's a very, very quick handover, but he appreciated so much. The end user, the person who will actually get help with the shopping, will appreciate it absolutely immensely. And the feeling of pride of our community to actually hand over that money was such a blessing. So I thank you all. I'll just include that short video. Welcome back to Wallflowers. So, as you know, with the GoFundMe, we've raised a decent amount of money to donate to several food initiatives. Today we're here at the Community Grocers in Wigan, commonly known as The Edge, and Ollie is a wonderful guy who actually runs here. He helps us every time we're here, makes us aware of different offers and what's available. As a community, we're now going to donate £100. It's basically up to the community grocers how they spend that, but I do think mostly it will help people who need help over the festive period with their shopping and enable them to eat over this period. I'd like to give that on behalf of the community. It's not personally from myself, it's people within the channel who have raised it.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. It'll go a long way.
How do you think it might help people?
It'll definitely help people with free shops. So people who come in who really need them the most will be able to identify and just bless them, especially this time of year as well. So
that's lovely, and bless you, and thank you for everything you do. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that because it was such a blessing to hand it over. And after we stopped recording, Ollie was so pleased and he asked me to thank everyone in the community for all of their donations. So that was absolutely wonderful. And they're a church group at the Community Grocers. He offered his blessings and he said he would say prayers of thank you afterwards. So lovely feeling to walk away with that glow. So thank you all. We then went to a guy who grew up in our local area, has like a warehouse store, also in Wigan, so in the next town. And he sells discounted food, sometimes just slightly out of date, sometimes in date, all really at the lowest prices that he can possibly do it. And it's a vast warehouse, it's a vast area. A lot of it's convenient foods, detergents and sweetie items, confectionery. So I've remembered seeing noodles there before because of course that's what we were asked for from the food bank next. So I thought I'll take a visit up there and see what was the best bargains. So the best bargains were boxes like these, and they're actually proper pot noodles, proper ramen noodles rather than just your generic cheap brands. So they're going to be a good tasty meal. And again, for people who only have the facility to boil a kettle or are really struggling with their electricity. So they had several different flavours, curry, chicken, what's the blue one, Mr. Wallflowers?
That's the curry one, I think. The barbecue, you've got the barbecue one there.
We've got barbecue, curry
And chicken.
and chicken. So we took 5 boxes. Each box was £5 each, and there are 16 packets of noodles in them. So I've opened one box just to give you an example of what they look like. It's a decent sized packet. It's a proper brand name, so it should be full of flavour. And we got 16 packets per box, which when I calculated, because when I do the haul shops, I calculate and give you the full breakdown analysis of how much it cost me and how much it would have cost me elsewhere. And I've done the same with this today. So I've paid 31.5 for each individual packet. There are 80 packets in total, and I've paid 31p each, which came to a total of £25. Now, in the stores to buy these in the supermarkets, we come across several different price range. So in Tesco, for instance, they are 95p per packet. Now times 80 packets, that's an awful lot of money. You know, it's averaging what, £70-75. I didn't do the exact calculation, but it's an awful lot of money. In Iceland, the shop, they're 80p a packet. So again, times 80, 8 times 8, 64. So it's an awful lot of money. And the cheapest we found them was in Asda, so the equivalent of Walmart basically, and they're selling them for 50p a packet, which would have cost us £40. So to pay £25 for 80 packets is an absolute blessing, and they will be a blessing to each and every person that receives them. So we got 80 packets of those. Yesterday afternoon I received a message from the food bank and asking if there was any money left over after buying noodles, would I possibly be able to buy some custard, so people could just add hot water to it, custard that just only needed, again, kettle water, custard powder. And unfortunately I could only find 2 packets today, so I will be on the lookout for more of that and hopefully more noodles. So we got just 2 packets of the custard that you add with water. Whilst having a chat to the gentleman who runs this warehouse store, the manager, the actual owner wasn't there, the guy who comes from our community, he wasn't there, but his manager Bob was, and Bob's he's a lovely soul, he's a really happy chap, he's always smiley, and the cold environment he works in, it's amazing how happy and upbeat he stays. And I asked him for the best prices on these, and unfortunately he couldn't lower them any further because they had to recover what they'd invested in it. I said, would you be able to make a donation of any kind? I said, it doesn't really matter what it is. I said, it's for the families of the food bank. And he very generously said, I'll just go and have a look. And as he returned with 2 whole trolleys full. And I'd like to just show you what's in those trolleys. We've unpacked them and brought them into the lounge, and again done the spread like we did with the toys and put them out on the floor. Now the bulk of these are tortilla chips. Some of them are just plain flavoured, some of them are barbecue flavoured, some of them are salt and vinegar, and as you can see there's an awful lot of them. There's also 2 near enough full boxes of the breadsticks, and again, even with a little bowl of ketchup or anything at all, that would be a nice little snack for someone or a treat over the festive period. So all in all, there's 212 packets, including the breadsticks, 212 individual packets, family size packet. And again, I did the price cost analysis on that. So, as I say, they were absolutely free to us. Had we bought those brand new in the supermarket, it would have actually cost us £192.61. We did the like-for-like prices again for the cheapest supermarkets we could find of where these were from. Some were from Aldi, some were from Lidl. We did the price cost analysis that way. So £192.61 was donated to the food bank Christmas haul, basically. And it's 212 packets, so absolutely wonderful. By going there today to buy these on the behalf of the community to donate, we actually managed to pick this up as well, so what an absolute blessing. If you could just show them, Mr. Wallflowers, I just think it's absolutely amazing. Just put a couple on the top so people can see what they are. You know, absolutely amazing stuff. So I also did a short piece with Bob to thank him for the donation whilst we bought those. So I'll just include that video too. Welcome back to Wallflowers. As you know, with the GoFundMe, we're looking today to buy the second leg of what we've been asked to provide from the food bank. We were asked to look for pot noodles, ramen noodles, those types of things that people can prepare something to eat with just the use of a kettle and not have to use a cooker, etc. And we've come to a shop run by a local guy, and he's actually from my community where we live in Skelmersdale, and he grew up not 100 yards from where I grew up, went to the same schools, etc. He has this business, and his manager Bob is here today. And I was just discussing with Bob how we're providing this for the food bank and for people who are in need right now. And Bob's kindly donated 2 whole trolleys full of crisps that will be a blessing at this time of year, not only for the adults but the children alike, and everybody will enjoy having a few crisps along the way. It'll just cheer everyone up. If you've got no money, well, you've got a bag of crisps, you've got a smile, you know. So thank you so much for that. As I say, it's the same community Jimmy grew up in. For him to bless the community together, it just shows what a wonderful community we have.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can appreciate that yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody loves a packet of crisps, so we're just happy to help here.
That's wonderful. This shop is such a blessing because everything is at such a low price. There are lots of food items, detergents, cleaning products, and so many treats. If you've got very little money, you can still provide yourself with treats, and treats are important because they keep the motivation up and they keep a smile on your face. And this shop is called Bargain Brands.
Bargain Brand Foods, Unit 2, Kilshaw Street in Pemberton, Wigan.
Yeah. If you're local enough and you get the opportunity, pop in because you will be amazed at what bargains are available.
It's massive as well.
It is, it's absolutely huge. We come here quite often ourselves, not as often as we'd like, more recently, but we do often pop in. You're familiar with our faces.
Yeah, of course.
I'd really just like to say from the whole of the community, thank you for your blessing today.
That's fine, we like to help whenever we can, so...
That's lovely. Thank you.
Cheers.
What an amazing donation. I hope you enjoyed that because we left there and we were absolutely amazed, and we felt blessed with ourselves to be able to bring this back and next to be able to take it to the food bank. So as from today, we're actually on the 7th of December. So as I've said previously, the fund will now continue until the 17th. We have £20 left because of the last 2 donations yesterday. If we can push that, that would be great. Looking to buy a doll to put in the pram for the toys that we showed yesterday in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that yet, please take a look. We so enjoyed playing with all the toys, and we so enjoyed showing you them what your money has actually bought. We'd like to buy more custard powder, more noodles, depending how much more comes into the kitty, whatever we can provide for the food bank. It's just the food bank now. I go to the other initiative tomorrow and I will record giving over your donation to them. So yeah, I hope you're happy with the way that the money's been spent and what further donations we've been able to get along the way. If you feel like I do, then it's a wonderful feeling, because we're so proud to be part of this community, and to be able to do this work is wonderful. So yeah, 10 days left. Anything is appreciated and we'll do the best that we can with it. Thank you so much for being in this community. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, know you're loved, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.